Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress, that is me, the babbler, that is me, allowing this channeling to be. Seriously. So I'm really here soaking a lot in and receiving just tons of just vibes or vines that align within my own shrine, and tuning into the energies that just are playing, and just third party observing a lot of things while allowing the experience to just be entertaining, and just getting in tune with the language that I speak. You know what I mean? That's a lot of what's happening here. So I don't really follow a lot of things. I follow resonance. So whatever time it lands on, whatever spot of time this resonance lands on, is of no it doesn't make a difference for me, because it's about the resonating measures of whatever frequency, vibration it is that I am picking up. And wherever it comes from is wherever it comes from. And so a lot of things are occurring energetically, and I love tapping in without tapping in. I like tapping in without keeping up to date and in tune. I used to always feel like my own leveling of outcast, because I was never up to par with the lingo of our current lands. Like, even with growing up with all my friends and the circle of friends that I always had, like, I didn't know the latest news or gossip or like trend or what was cool, what was not. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, you could see, but like never in the quest of like searching or being up to date with these kind of things. Sometimes I learn things much later than everybody else, you know. So I've just been really as I've been working through and doing the things that I must do, as we all must do, I've been tuning in too, and just observing. You know, I like to call it third party observe, because when you third party observe, you still are part of the experience, because miracle energy that is occurring at this time. So it's gonna feel like a miracle, like certain things are just happening from this like divine align that is happening at this time, that is manifesting into our world. It is manifesting into our world, and it is manifesting into your world. If you are here, it is manifesting into your world. And just think about it, those times, just go back to those times when you were small, young kid, before life really just like dragged you up and kicked you in. And even then, still, when it was all, because chances are, if you are here too, you've had a rough sailing throughout. No matter how things may be perceived on the outside, and no matter how positive or how, you know, cool, calm, and collected you are seen to be, there's a mastering in your own aligning. Yes, it's happening at this time. This miracle energy that is just in full align. So it appears to be like a miracle, you'll see, because it's all those imaginings, all those believings, all those utopian beliefs, utopian imaginings of just a whole new world. And so tapping into that is kind of rather remarkable. 444 changing, and then just to realize this now. That is so profound.
Stopped on shoulder ahead.
Thank you. So there's a lot of integration happening at this time, and The word animosity pops into my mind at this time. I don't know where spirit is going with this, but we shall see. So a lot of animosity purging from one's being to release that even hard little, or even just silent chip on the shoulder that one may never admit to, because that is beneath them too, to let go of that kind of pride, sense of arrogance, that will just keep you in that gripe that you don't want to be in, you know? So even that part that's being charged out right now, purged out, because there is an integration happening here in this, during this time. I cannot read the other parts of these cards because it's dark here and I'm driving. Okay, so while some of you are getting ready for bed, I actually am starting my eve, because you know that is a part of this healing journey that I am on, and assisting in many collective massive wholes, but also individuals that I am blessed to work with and be honored to take part of their healing journey as well. You know, sometimes the operations of our lives, they go around the clock at different times, and so I honor that kind of sacred divine align of a time that I make to schedule, you know, this time together when they have completed maybe their work day, their travel day. You know, what can I say? Everybody's situation, experience, life path is different from one another. But here we are, we all come together, integrating our gifts within ourselves first, so that no more of that rattling sensation when triggers can be ignited, but instead now we are united. And so in this place of a space, we come and we are now looking at everything from a more compassionate stance towards ourselves, that these things that are occurring in this energetic moment in time, it's like, you know, this purging of even that final last chip on the shoulder that is being presented, and it's gonna show up in your defenses. What are you still getting defensive about? That is what this little video is all about. The integration of this quantum dope process that is here to lift you up, to take you more in, because infinite is this spin. It's not a leveling up, it's going through expansion, linear, it's expansive. This world is round. What? Don't get me started. Anyways, but yes, things do go round and round. Symbolic, live symbolically, you see. I mean, stop getting so attached to the imagery of things. It's visual concepts, seeds that breed to, you know, stir the pot, if you know what I mean. Witch doctor here. So, yeah. So this asking, rhetorical, because you need to know your own answers. I don't need to know yours. But this rhetorical question to ask yourself is, what is showing up in your line of defense that is here to further navigate you through to your next leveling defensiveness? And the word animosity now being made clear for me. Oh, fudge, my dears. Being a little bit made more clear for me, and understanding this filtering that is occurring, you see, is in the understanding that any defense that is being brought to your attention at this moment in time is coming from a pocket, an air pocket, that just needs purification, okay? An air pocket of animosity that exists somewhere that you have carried with you or have allowed to attach to you from your, would you let me go? Thank you. These seeds we sow. Thanks. So, that has created this leveling of air pocket that's coming up. It's not for you to dwell in that air pocket. You see, it's blow it out. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. But identification is key. And so this animosity is going to present itself to you because knowledge is power and you are powerful. And you're not going to let a little freaking air pocket socket like get you all out of pocket and ridiculous with yourself and misaligned, because that's not what we do at this time. So, okay, I got you. I see the integration process that's happening here, because the knowledge within me is powerful. Oh, I see. Tapping into this energy of birds set free. You know what I mean? 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh! I said 1, 2, 3, and it said 11:23 minutes. Like, you know, on here 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't make this shit out. That's what's up. And the fact that I said that 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh! I gotta timestamp that on here. 1, 1, 2, 3. To see, to hear. Oh my god, the synchronicity in that. Like, that just makes me smile. Yeah, so either way, know through your inner understanding of your own inner standing, because these foundations that you're are setting are commanding, and they're coming from your well of wonder that you are exploring and discovering and learning. And this is always going to be forever your revolution. There is no stopping in this unless you stagnate or block the process. And that too is a choice, to go back to sleep in that kind of deep of just not doing anything and allowing shit to creep. You know what I mean? Yeah, not the kind of stuff that I speak. But anyways, you know, revolutionizing this experience. And so, fine. So I'm feeling these energies that are happening. And then I looked at the moon when I came outside today, because today is my opposite day. When you all go to bed, I'm going out to navigate and work. You know, this is part of my journey too. And so the things that we do, that we set out, and then I see the moon is almost full, which then made me laugh, because I'm thinking about all the chaos that my cats today have been behaving like, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? It's not even a full moon yet. But it's just so funny at the energies that have taken effect that creates this traction, this vortex, this stimulation, this simulation, this vibration, this frequency, these things that further stimulate and influence. There are so many things, energies, people, informations influencing our collective whole, and the least amount of conscious you choose to be or are, the more susceptible you are to jumping into vortexes and energies that are already here, existing and created, that already are dominating certain kind of vortex energy fields and, you know, mappings. You'll depending on your own individual situation and experience, will navigate wherever you'll navigate, being dominated or overruled by overrulers. Well, because knowledge is key to everything. And silly me, one of my biggest lessons in time that I can tell you is like the same written lines have been told to me by various mouths of angels over the course of time, that have always said, shoot, let me school, hold on. I don't know where I put my money right now. It is so. Shoot, and then I can't see. I don't know why I can't see. I have to have the change in here, I would assume. Hold on. Hello.
Hello, pal.
How are you?
Very good.
Here you go.
Oh my God, you're the best.
Have a beautiful eve.
Thank you.
Thank you. So here we go. There we go. Alright. Took care of that. So what were we saying? Come back. I'm coming back. You gotta give me a moment, okay? Because it's a lot. Like, I opened the window too, and there's just a lot of filtering energies everywhere. Being conscious of that. Again, being conscious of that will determine for you what are you creating for you or participating in, whether you are consciously or subconsciously or unconsciously choosing this for yourself. Either way, it's you who's accountable and responsible for your life in every single kind of way, no matter what it is that you gotta say, and these excuses that we're purging anyways, and the animosity that is coming up. Oh, there we go, that's what's up. Okay, that is being like this purging that is just existing for each of us to identify, to no longer take a dive or participate in that kind of vortex that is granted. It's alive. It's an energy that exists. You cannot demolish this, but you can transmute it for you, and the way that you transmute it for you is by understanding it for your own understanding it, because you're under it. You're under it because you didn't create it, at least not in this lifetime. Although you participate in it and you feed it in different variances, whatever. But we're not coming out here trying to be identifying the creator, because the creator, the absolute creator, if you wanted to get into that kind of dynamic of multidimensional existing and living, does not exist in this plateau of 3D level of reality of existence in this lifetime for you to condemn and charge for their crimes. All right? So how about we end that kind of slavery? But either way, what can I say? That was not what this was about. So what was this about? I tell you that I did not know. So I allowed that to filter through, so that sometimes I don't hear my messages back until later. That's why a lot of the stuff in the description boxes don't get filled in until later. So I don't have titles, and then by the time I get to the titles, I don't know even what the video is about. So then I just listen to the internal dialogue, because there's a lot of that going inside. I grab one that just makes me giggle, and that'll be the title of that, and name that fiddle diddle, and that'll be the name of the title. But so so whatever animosities are still there, it's not for you to be hard on yourself, my dears. It can still be there because not that you've been dwelling on it or whatever, you just have sat on it already for too long, that it's already like under the rubble, and those are the things that are coming up. So that's what's up, to just further put you into that linear perspective of infinite wonder that is part of your wonderland of adventure that is dope. You dope, you know? Alright, so I just saw 2020. No, I didn't see 2020, but it's 2020 coming very soon. So, okay. Woo! We're gonna party in 2020. We're gonna party in 2020. Okay, there we go. You see what I mean? I'm gonna timestamp that too. 1, 1, 2, 3, and 2020. Big time highs for many of us. We're gonna break out into song. That's the kind of life that we're gonna live, this musical vibration, because we're understanding that we're the alchemists of our own creations, and these are vibrations and sensations. And come on, thymus tam tap and get into your Tarzan and Jane. This is actually really, really, really good for you. With the children's school of yoga, and one of the things that we do with the kids, we do this thymus tap. Okay, here we go. Beautiful. Alright, yeah, okay. Thank you for tuning in. That's why I won't play it back. I'm like, I'm not posting that script, but I just post. You know why? Because we are free to be all that we desire to be at any moment that we desire to be, and that is the freedom, and that is the seed that we are breeding here, to allow ourselves to just come undone and be and do all the things that we envision ourselves, that we see this upliftment of humanity, to just rise and arrive this time and say, at some, I am here. I am here to contribute to my part, which is unique on its own. I can be anything that I desire to be in any moment that I desire to be, and that is it. I am free, wild horse free. The curly in me, as curly as the DNA you see, the multidimensional layerings of the curly twirlies intertwining. Oh, this is refining the justice department that is just amazing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And so it is that. And this decree, do you see, of this communication, of this channeling, vibration, sensation, that when you do come here, there is an upliftment of your own elevations, revelations, revolutions, evolutions. That is what is happening. That is what is happening here. That's what's up right there. No matter how it is that you feel about me in the 3D, or whatever it is that you think that you want to see, or even whatever shape you might even throw it. I transmute. It's a pollute. Yeah. Okay. So, what can I say? I was born this way. Lady Gaga. Yes. Yes. That's the kind of revolution, evolution. Don't accept no substitutions. Live symbolically. We are free. Can I get a whoop, whoop? Alrighty, thank you for tuning in, my friends. Hopefully you like, comment, share, subscribe, and love tuning into my divine channel at this time. That is just me being a conduit of spirited things, and whatever. So if for more information about working with me, or just learning more about what it is that I do, or connecting with me on other platforms too, or requesting a reading, or bodywork, energy work, or whatever it is, if you just want to learn more, and that's what's up, because you're absolutely curious and just like, whoa, let me see, I love this vibration sensation, let me get a little bit of more of this curly hair wild goddess set free on her horse. She is the horse. What? Okay, yeah, that is me. So fairy, curly, free, and dope. So that's what's up, because you're dope too. You know what I mean? So ooh, the heat is blowing in my face. Woo. Okay. So yeah, about this purge. So here we are. It's gonna come up. It is coming up. That's what's up. And maybe you feel a little bit stuck and maybe you couldn't identify. So here it is. The answer for you to help you to identify whatever it is that you need to identify so that you can transmute it properly at this time in your full alignment, because that is the choice that you make for your utter glorious DNA molecular quantum refinement that it is beautiful. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say we were born this way. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your presence here in this magical, majestic sovereignty, fueling with passion. You feel it. Oh, I just pulled my hair out my nowhere, but I just pulled it. I pulled it, and I didn't feel it, but I did it. So how many things have we done that we think we feel and then we hold on to, and just out of the conditioned response to I feel this thing, so we hold on to that too, because that is the pattern of conditioning of behavior that we have in the history of these lands, to just hold on to things and just focus on that. What kind of solution do you get from that? That shit is whack. Yeah, and I'm just saying, you know what I mean? And be conscious and aware that there are animals that ride here, and so you shouldn't be driving like a freaking speed demon either, to know that there's deer and animals that cross these roads. So let's be mindful of that too. You may not care that you run them over. You know what? That's not nice. Alright. I drive mindfully for the animals too. You know how many I've slowed down for because I've seen them coming, because I wasn't going like a crazy lunatic, and I'm like, okay, you go. You ride your hooves. Alright. Cool. I don't know where that was going with that, but that was fun. So, yeah. Anything and everything will be in the description box below eventually. These are the seeds we saw. So, thank you, and until we meet again, thank you, my friends.